Hey, what's going on, y'all? Back with the Heat for the Streets, man. It's aka Showtime. Look, um, this video is about George Karl and his recent quote unquote apology for the comments that he made in his book about Carmelo Anthony, J.R. Smith, and Kenyon Martin, and specifically Carmelo Anthony and Kenyon Martin, being fatherless and that being the reason why they were difficult to work with in Denver, and um, a lot of what the discontent was in their relationship on the court, on and off the court, and and he went on Mike and Mike today on ESPN. Um, and he said he basically apologized. He said the comments that he wrote in his book were poorly worded. Huh? What? Look, I had to hit a Steve Austin joint real quick. You know what? Like, come on. Really? Like, poorly worded. Motherfucker, you had time to sit down and write the book, write the excerpts on your laptop, on your computer. Edit the joint. Publish it, sell it. What you mean poorly worded? What you mean? I guess that excerpt that you wrote about Damian Lillard that came out the other day was poorly worded too, right? Oh, yeah, oh yeah. If y'all ain't know about that, I guess he made some more comments about Damian Lillard. Well, I guess that was in his book too. About Damian Lillard, and basically what happened was he basically praised Coach Terry Stotts, um, who actually deserves to be praised for real, because he doing a hell of a job with Portland, getting to the playoffs despite losing a lot of these star players like Nick Batum, LaMarcus Aldridge, Robin Lopez, etc., etc. You know, they pretty much really got a small lineup for real if you don't count the when they got Miles Plumlee and Ed Davis on the floor. They um, really got a small lineup with Evan Turner, uh, Dame, C.J. McCollum, uh, Noah Vonleh, all them other dudes, and I'm not too sure. They still got Gerald Henderson. I'm not sure about that. I think he left in free agency or he was traded or something. But yeah, he basically said that Damian Lillard was the reason why Portland came in the championship. He basically said Damian Lillard the reason why Portland is having playoff woes. And I'm like, playoff woes? I'm like, motherfucker, he the reason why Portland's still afloat in the West. He the reason why Portland's still afloat in the West. Him and CJ McCollum, that tag team in that backcourt, man. Like, you can name a bunch of top backcourts in the whole NBA, not just in the West, in the NBA, and it's very few. It's very few. Like I obviously I put Clay and Steph number one. Obviously I put Clay and Steph number one. I could probably put Damian and CJ in that top five. Um, I could. And one that I really like, me personally, that don't get a lot of attention, probably because they just not winning right now, is Eric Bledsoe and Devin Booker from the Phoenix Suns. John Wall and Bradley Beal out here in DC. Even though, like I said, they not winning right now, but they got a strong backcourt. Um, you know, uh, Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, obviously. You know, I could put Isaiah Thomas and Avery Bradley up there. Maybe for Boston. It's very few backcourts that you can clearly say are elite backcourts in the NBA. And Damian and CJ are one of them. And you lose LaMarcus Aldridge. You lose LaMarcus Aldridge. You lose Nick Batum. You lose all those guys, and you still make the playoffs. You still get 40 plus wins a year. See, that's the reason why George Karl and motherfuckers like Phil Jackson ain't coaching no more. Well, that and the fact that Phil don't want to fucking travel, but just the reason why they not coaches no more because they don't relate. They didn't adapt like Greg Popovich. They didn't adapt like Mike D'Antoni. They didn't adapt like Steve Kerr and relate to the modern NBA player. They didn't relate to the modern NBA player. Like, and George Karl, like, it's always him. It's him. I'm sorry. I understand he had a bunch of strong personalities like Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, who that's a totally different story. I mean, him and Sean Kemp didn't get along at all. I mean, even Gary. I mean, he didn't like Gary, but Gary still. I mean, well, I guess he told DeMarcus Cousins. He told Boogie like a year ago, trust in George Karl, which was a fucking mistake. And Gary come like a fucking idiot for that. But he ain't like Gary. I mean, he knew Gary played hard, but he had his rift with Gary. Like I said, the Sean Kemp thing is a whole other situation. Like Kemp detested the man. Um, and then you look at Denver. Obviously, Kenyon Martin already came out and said, "Look, he a snake in the grass." Uh, um, Melo, obviously, snake in the grass. DeMarcus Cousins, snake in the grass. Ty Lawson, snake in the grass. And I know these strong personalities. J.R. Smith, snake in the grass. You know, strong personality guy. But I mean, look, even Andre Iguodala came out and said the same thing about George Karl when he was in Denver, because he did play under George Karl for like a little bit before he got fired from Denver, before he was traded to Golden State, or or he was a free agent and he signed with Golden State. Andre Iguodala came out. Now Andre Iguodala, one of the most stand-up guys in the NBA, and when he come out and say that about one of his coaches, you know you got a problem. You know it's you. And he said this. He said this about Damian Lillard, and he said this about Damian Lillard in his book. Then he come out and say, "Oh, I apologize for the father's comments." Well, you might want to apologize to Damian Lillard too, motherfucker, because what you said about him is just completely wrong. And